right.
Oh my god.
Oh, hell no, man.
As you saw in the last clip, Movestacking is back in sort of a weird way. In this video, I'll show you how to do it, but for the newer players here, let me tell you a little bit about what Movestacking is and its history. Movestacking was a bug that was found a few weeks after Deepwoken's release, and that became widespread amongst many players who were interested in PvP when Atomic Conflict was added. This bug allowed you to M1 and use a mantra at the same time, essentially hiding the mantra's wind-up animation during the M1. This would make the mantra come out instantly after the M1 was landed, so this would do a lot of damage, and even in some cases, would be unreactable. On February 24th, 2022, Deepwoken received a weekly update that most of the PvP community were dreading. Movestacking was removed and replaced with a new system that would feint your M1 and use your mantra right after if these two were to be used at the same time. This update was controversial as players who relied on it could not use it anymore and were very upset, while players that found it unskilled and unfair were happy with this change. Oh yeah, more ways to Movestack were found, such as forced Movestacking, but those got patched a couple weeks later. This brings us to now, in verse 2. It's pretty much impossible to do any type of Movestacking unless it's related with uppercuts or bells. However, there is still a way you can do it. To do this, you need a High Lord's Hubris. This works because High Lord's Hubris is very slow. I'm not too sure if you can do this with any other weapons, but this is the only weapon we've tested so far. Like old Movestacking, this technique uses M1s and mantras. M1 and immediately use a mantra right after to pull this off. These two inputs need to be done very quickly, one after another. Usually the time in between the M1 and the mantra needs to be under 15 milliseconds. Macros will help a lot in doing this, but it is possible to pull this off normally and consistently. You can do this with a lot of mantras. I've only tested a 2 millis ones, but it should work on everything. You can even Movestack with Reinforce if for some reason you need that extra damage reduction and extra damage buff mid-combo. Hey, this is my first serious Deepwoken video, so if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing.
Please help me up. I'm being held at gunpoint currently. Please subscribe to Clox. Thank you.